We're just out here working away at the old case. Found out the problem with the injection pump. Got a broken spring in one of the valves, plunger valves inside the pump. So it's almost like a valve spring kind of affair. So I called up this morning, injection shop, took the side plate off, and found it was gone. So I ordered a new one of those. I actually ordered 6. I'm gonna take the head off the pump. What are you doing, Timmy?
Doing the paperwork.
Oh, you're hearing the muffler, all right.
I'm not taking it to that. You want to put on the muffler.
We're gonna put the muffler back on a bit. We're just looking at the tractor.
Boulder.
Oh, we got
I like that picture.
we got that straightened out. What it is? Well, that's definitely why she's not getting fuel. Of course, you're gonna take it apart. Might as well put all 6 in. So they're only like $6.22 a piece. So ordered all 6. Be like a week before they're in. And get that in it. See what that does. Change the oil in the pump. These are oil-filled pumps. They're their own unit. So a lot of people don't know that, I guess. And they run on dry oil. Don't change the oil in them. So when it's still running and it idles fine. So we get the spring in. Maybe we caught it before anything real serious is bad with it. But anyhow, it's one of them things. But like the guy said, they bought it. It was missing when they bought it. I don't know how you could ever run it. Like it would just be sickening listening to it, trying to run a snowblower. But and I had a little seeping leak. I believe it's right in there. That little thing that goes between the two heads. I guess if you get on the internet, you find out that they say that they're known for leaking pressed stone out around the heads and stuff. But I don't believe there's, well, the press stone is nice and clean. I just took the plug out of the radiator, and I mean, it looks good. It's not like it's a head gasket gone, she's blowing out. And oil's good, so it's not that way, getting into the oil. So if it's not that, which I've cleaned it all up, I'm sitting here just waiting for it to drop, and it's not doing it. Just how it is. So I'm thinking that's what it is. A little thing. So anyway, other than that, not a bad tractor. I got made sure all the AC stuff is all intact still. So the clutch, clutch spins. The compressor isn't seized. I mean, they took the belts off, and there had been a reason. But I got a AC guy. He'll come and vacuum it down and kind of go from there. But is your mom home? Good. Just all the average stuff you find with just old tractors, but we get her hitting on 6 cylinders, and then I'll be happy. Then I'll worry about the air conditioning. But yeah, like anything, I was hoping for an injector, but still $100 worth of stuff, tear it apart, put it in. Hopefully that's what it is. Sometimes it's stupid things, but at least it's a starting point. Until she gets pumping fuel with that cylinder, then I can't worry about cylinders missing or anything. So we get that far. But I mean, she's a dry tractor. Like, there's no leaks. I mean, it sits. There's nothing running out of it. Just little things, right? So I mean, it's not down and antifreeze. Of course, I hate these puke tanks anyhow. I prefer a radiator cap. So I just took the plug out, and that's a lot of times what happens is they build up pressure, and then if you do have things like that weep, well, then they sit there and weep, right? So I took that plug out. I mean, you had a little puff of air like you do if you release a radiator cap. But at least the radiator cap, if you got a little bit of a leak, a lot of times you can loosen it off, and it just kind of free flows, and it's not building up pressure. So it's kind of the same idea as that. So you release that off now, it probably won't leak because there's no pressure. It doesn't take much pressure just to make things weep, right? But I'm thinking that's what that is. But of course, it's like the internet. They see someone sees a little leak and they're not able to fix it themselves. They have to take it somewhere as well. They make a great big deal out of it. But as far as I'm concerned, it's pretty simple fix. You just spin that nut back, and you're gonna lose a little bit of antifreeze, but nothing worth crying about for sure. Take it out, put new O-rings in it, and away you go. So we get that pump fixed, and then we'll change some oils in her. And I got some 501 fuel additive in it. So hopefully that releases some gunk in it and work the stuff up into the filters, and then we'll get her fixed. But it's weird, they got a plug in here off the radiator, and then you got a plug in here off the block, and then you got a plug in up in here, which must have run a heater up inside the cab. So yeah, kinda neat. Now, I have no clue what these lines here, of course, looks like they run up to that oil cooler. So it must. Got a filter there. It must run up to the oil cooler. But yeah, that's coming. You know, I'm just waiting on parts now, so it's not a big deal. But it'll, I think she'll be a pretty sweet machine when she's done. But stupid things like this here, like all the rubbers, like all you do is silicone them back on and they're hanging in the cab. But they're all here, but I just don't understand why people don't just tuck them back up. But better than cutting them off. At least you didn't cut them off. But anyhow, get that stuff buttoned up and do a little bit of work inside the cab and AC going. You know, I'll be pretty happy. But could be a lot worse. I've seen a lot worse for a lot more money. So we're, you know, and that's kind of how we went about it, right? He knew that too, right? She had a miss for quite a long time. They've been running it, you know, good straight tractor for somebody, but just not for everybody. A lot of people come, they get turned off by that, but you know, anything can be fixed. Just take your time. If you haven't got enough money, you park her until you do. So just work away at them. But this is pretty, I think, gonna be pretty easy. And touch her up, and then she'll be a good tractor on the baler. But, you know, get her going right first. And I'm kind of browsing around at some loaders, but I might put a loader on it. I haven't decided. Yeah, I got to look it up too to see where the transmission filters are for it. Only thing I really see is one filter here at the back, just your main hydraulic. It should be you would think a transmission filter, but change that, because I mean that stuff wouldn't have been changed for a long time, I don't imagine. And that's usually the key to any of the power shifts is filters. Filters. But it shifts really good, actually. Of course, it's a little bit low in fluid too, which is very surprising. But there's no leak, so I mean, usually, you know, people don't keep an eye. He probably wouldn't even known where the dipstick is, but the dipstick for the transmission's inside there. So some people don't really worry about that too much, which is fine. We'll get her. But the e-brake works good, which is nice. Gotta have that. And isn't that weird? I've got grease fittings on the cables. That's a pretty good idea. Yeah, I like that. And you know, and then I'm hoping, like, I gotta go up tomorrow. The guy that, of course, I say I got this one from, they have, they thought they had, the guy that they originally got it from, thought he had a one for parts. So if it's a running tractor, I'm not really too interested, but if it's a parts tractor, I'd be interested in it. And just bring her home for parts. But hopefully there isn't too much you need, you know. Just clean her up and touch her up. I may do a little painting. I'm not big on the painting, but some people are. I just, you know, I guess if you're trying to sell stuff, but I'm not into the painting. It just takes a lot. If you got a place to do it, stuff's okay, but I just like things working right. So, you know, but I say that, but I mean, some things I will paint up, but I got to go tomorrow to pick up another 8312 disc line I bought. So when I run up, I'll have a look and talk to the guy and see if he's got the parts one. If he does, he does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's fine. But say I'm not too interested in another running tractor. Well, interested in anything. I guess the price is right, but we'll get this one fixed first, and then we'll go from there. But so far, you know, I'm okay with it. You know, not a lot of money tied up, so pretty cheap horsepower for what I get in it. And, you know, not overly heavy tractor, but just right to put on the baling, and, you know, I wouldn't be afraid to even square a bale with it. So, like, hey, I guess they're supposed to be really good on fuel, so that's the nice part of them. So, but anyways, we'll talk at you later.